Hi everyone, it's Denise with Wondubar Crafts. I'm back. I know I've said that before. It's just been a little crazy. I started prepping on my avocado dye. I have been trying to spring clean, and then amongst all this other panic, lack of a different word, trying to be able to just source some toilet paper and that kind of thing, craziness. But I'm good to go. Um, Dealing with some allergies right now. So, it's been this has been sitting up here for like 3 days trying to make this. And every time I sit down to try and do something, something comes up. So I haven't been able to make a video, but we're going to do it today, heck or high water, right? So what I want to do is I want to make a little ephemera folio. Um, it's kind of inspired by Gail Augustinelli, which I think she got it from Rachel at Roxy Creations. Hers were a little different. She used cardboard. I'm actually going to recycle some of the cereal boxes I've got. I figure versus using up some of my card stock, I'll try to use up some of this that's in my recycle bin. And just make a little folio. Because I know a lot of people have been asking, and just to kind of keep your ephemera, like your stickers or your stamps or whatever you want to put, just a place to put them. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to use it as a design team project for Crafty Cat. She's got a beautiful digital called Buttons. Most of you probably already follow her and have probably seen it. If not, I will leave the link below for it, where you can go and get it from her Etsy. And it is a beautiful kit. It's very springy, and it's adorable. And so instead of doing it all on cardstock, because I will probably reprint and possibly use some more in another journal or something, or use it in some collage, I want to use it to cover. I'm going to use it for the cover and then the insert pages for the ephemera folder. But I'd like to go through it. She's got a couple pages here with buttons, and it's very vintagey. She does a lovely job with her collage. I just love it. An old vintage tablecloth, it looks like, or hanky. So I believe there's 20 background pages, and then there are 3 ephemera pages. And she always does one that, you can use for collage and one you can use for journaling, which I love. And she's got them in very, very beautiful spring colors. Plenty of writing space if you're going to use it in a journal or a traveler's notebook. And she's kind of done, pinks and blues and greens and yellows. So just absolutely gorgeous. And then she's got, I think there's like 4 of these background pages, so they're just blank. I didn't print anything on the back on this one because I will be using it, obviously, to cover the cereal box, so I don't need to waste the ink and print on the back side. Although I did double print. The backgrounds are what I'm going to use for my insert page. I love this blue. Isn't that a beautiful bluish green? It's almost like a seafoam color. I love that. And she just did a really awesome job with this. And then here are the backgrounds. So you've kind of got like a purpley blue color. And what I did was just printed them, the same one on both sides. I printed this on a 60-pound hammer mill. That way it's not as thick as cardstock, but it's a lot firmer to use as the insert pages, the signature pages for the folio little thing. I don't know if I should call it a folio. It's more like a little folder, So I printed all 4 of these out. I will probably, I don't know if I'm going to use all 4 or not. We'll get to that stage when we get there. I might be able to put all 4 in there, but I don't want it to be too thick. And then here are the ephemera pages. There are 3. I did print these on cardstock in case I want to cut them out and put them in there. So she's got some postcards and then some stamps and an old library pocket, and then a flower that you can fussy cut. I love that beautiful yellow rose, and then just some older pictures and some more postage stamps and stuff. And like I said, you could use it as a vintage, you could use it as a spring because of the colors in it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. She does wonderful work. I love her. She does awesome collage. I just love her. I haven't seen anyone, in my opinion, and that's just my opinion, her collage is just top notch. I love it. She just, I don't know, she just managed to get things to kind of go together like that, and I love it. So this one is a little shorter than the 8.5, because originally when I cut this was going, I think this was going to be like, when I had originally cut it out, it was going to be my Christmas journal, and that I had made for Crafty Cat, and then I realized I had cut it too short, but I don't want to waste it, so we'll just use it for this. So what I'm going to do is just collage, just kind of I make collage on the inside and outside, but and then just cover it. I was going to put Sorry Silk all the way across and use it as a closure, but I think what I'm going to do is just put a piece on each end to tie it off that way. So then that way I don't have to glue something in the center and have all that added bulk. But I think what I want to do is put these buttons as my spine piece in here. So let me grab my cutter. So how is everyone doing? Good, I hope, amongst all this craziness. I hope everyone is feeling okay, and it looks like it's about 2 inches by 7.5. So I'm doing all right. It's gotten a little crazy. We can't find potatoes or onions or eggs or those kind of things, which you would think that you would be able to find here in the Midwest. But it's stores are getting wiped out like crazy. Same with, toilet paper and all that stuff. But I am not panicking. I figure, we got to give it time to rest, and things hopefully will get back to normal. We are trying to self-isolate as much as possible. It is a little difficult because I'm still trying to deal with a lot of stuff with my mom's estate. So from time to time I do need to get out, but luckily the lawyers, they're sign it and scan it back, that kind of thing. So thank goodness. But some things you just can't, you don't have that luxury to be able to do that. So, but we only go out if we need to. Make sure that is, I think that's a little crooked. I think I didn't have it set quite right on there. All right. And I've been trying to also spring clean amongst all this. Now, how did I cut that short? Oh, Denise. Oh, I got a nice collage piece, so that's all right. We'll cut another piece here. All right. I could have swore I measured that 2 inches, right? All right. Just a little shorter of 2 inches, but that's all right. So, but I hope everybody else is doing okay, and it's not been too crazy for them. I'm just dumbfounded as to the panic that people are exhibiting, and just some of the greed, it's crazy. Oh, and just to inform you guys too, when I was at Walmart the other day, I kind of had a Denise epiphany kind of thing is what I like to call it. You know, it's my own little epiphany. I had put avocados in my cart, and I honestly, when I was walking around, I was like, you know, I just can't justify buying avocados right now. I have a freezer that I have like 4 bags of avocado halves in there. For me to cut more avocado just to use for dyeing, to me, it doesn't make sense, because somebody might need that avocado, and I would feel horrible to know that that could have been part of someone else's meal. Avocados have great fats and they're very healthy. And so I have decided, I do have a couple of avocado shells and the pit in my freezer, but not enough to do a complete dye, that the kind of dye that I want to do. So until this kind of madness slows down and we kind of go back to a little normal, which hopefully will be in a couple weeks, I'm not going to avocado dye until that point. And I know a lot of you are, you know, some of you will be bummed out over it, and I apologize, but my conscience won't. I just can't do it. If it was between dyeing paper and somebody needs to have that to help feed their family, I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I just can't justify it. So my avocado dyeing is on hold for now. Um, I don't know what else to say, you know. My conscience won't let me do it. And so I'm pretty much prepared for it to do the dye. You know, everything's pretty much ready to go. I just can't do it, you know. Because right now we do eat avocado, but we don't eat it that much in a weekly basis that I could, you know, I do freeze it and I do eat it later. But now with the craze going on, and because here we can't get potatoes, we can't get onions. Our tomatoes are starting to look very shabby because they're not getting a lot of the fresh fruits and veggies in. To take that from somebody who could use it right now, I'm sorry, guys, I just can't, you know. I know that might upset some people. I just can't do it. But as soon as the craze is over, that's one of the first things I will buy is avocados so I can do this, you know, and get back on track. I mean, I think we all have to make some sacrifices, and that's just going to have to be one of them for me. So, I don't know. You guys can tell me what you think down in the comments below if you like. All right, let's put, I kind of like, I think I want to put, I like the color of these. So I think I'm going to put these on the outer portion. And I may just put one big piece on there because I kind of want to do this. I'd like to do this video all in one kind of hour here. Kind of similar to that one too. Let's see. I kind of do like the greens. That green is very, very pretty on the inside too, I think. So you put something like that. And I think we'll just try and make it, I think instead of doing a big collage, I'll just kind of try to make it as simple as possible. For the sake of time. But of course you could collage this and do whatever. Some people asked me to make one. And I know Gail Agustinelli has a wonderful video on it. And I did a few of mine like that as well in her fashion. But I just decided to do this one. And if we can get it done in, I kind of want that whole rose in there, huh? That would be pretty. All right, so let's see. I'm just trying to go along the guides and try to mark the paper a little bit. I know I could use a ruler and be more precise here. But, you know, we all have our own crafting ways of doing crazy things. So, I might need to take just a smidgen more off, but let's see. So, and I know a lot of you guys were bummed because you're, you know, out of avocado dyed paper and would like it for your crafting and stuff. And I promise I will get it back on the shelves. I just, my conscience just won't let me. All right, I'm done with that soapbox. But yeah, it's a little crazy because we can't even get toothpaste. There's no diapers, there's no wipes, there's no laundry detergent other than, I think when I went, there was 3 boxes of powdered left. And I know a lot of people's machines don't use powdered anymore, you know, so that kind of leaves it kind of leaves you know, what do? Well, if you've never used powdered, and some of us that, you know, have been around to know, or still maybe have machines that can take both the powdered and the liquid. If you take if all you have left is powdered, if you take it and dissolve it, so I would say, so that you don't overuse too much, anywhere between about a quarter to half a cup to about 2 cups of water, and then you put it in like a bottle, like an old water jug or water bottle or something, and put 2 cups of water to about half a cup of laundry detergent and shake it till it all dissolves. You can kind of turn it into a liquid detergent if you needed to, if you were that desperate. You know, if you needed to wash your stuff. I mean, we can't get bleach anywhere, and from what I understand, a lot of places can't find it. It's just gone. So, you know, I have a very little bit left. I only use bleach in my whites, and I use it. I have like the stuff that you clean your toilet with that has the bleach in it, but other than that, I don't really have any other bleach, because I use like Lysol and stuff, and we're still having problems with that too. Let's see. Oh, it's nuts, it's nuts, it's nuts. And I don't take it jokingly, I don't, because I do know that that is a serious thing. What I find amazing is that you need to hoard enough that you would put your neighbor or your other friends and family in, you know, danger because of that. I don't understand it. I'm ranting again, sorry. Let's talk about something more positive. So I wish I could talk about the weather. We did have a pretty nice warmer day yesterday. It's a little warm today. I mean, when I say warm, it's, you know, in the 50s. But we are experiencing rain, so that's not fun at all, because everything is wet. But that means spring is upon us. Yay! I'm so happy. Yeah. Like I said, I've been spent 3 days with this prepped and ready to do this video, and just it seems like everything else is popped up. So I was like, nope, I'm doing that video today. I haven't done a video in over a week, and I'm itching to be back up in the craft room. So, and hopefully we can get this finished in an hour, because what I would like to do is I am actually just over 500. Yay! Thank you, everyone. Thank you for all your wonderful support. I appreciate y'all's. Y'all probably have realized by now that either you subbed and it was like, oh my God, who is this crazy lady? Or you hang out because you understand my craziness because you're just like me. But yeah, so what I'd like to do is do this little folio and probably do it as a giveaway for you guys, for somebody. And I'm going to fill it full of some ephemera that I have. And that will be fun. So, all right. I think on the back, I'm going to put a little piece of fabric here to cover it. But we're just going to put some of these. Now, which ones do I want here? I like this pretty lady here. I like her too. But I think I'm going to put her on the front here. I would like. But I like this. Okay, we've got a flower here. Okay, because I like that pretty flower too that she collaged on there. Oh, sorry. I just kicked the dog. Sorry. He's underneath my table trying to sleep here, and I didn't realize he was there. And I said, oops. Oh, yeah, that's another thing too. Dog food. I can get his dry, but I can get their dry, but I can't get their wet. It's a shame. Just like, that's my Ubi. So they might be happy little campers soon if I can't get any more doggy food. They're going to be eating like people. Not that they're going to complain about that, right? They'll be happy. It's crazy, isn't it? So this has got to come off a little more. But I do hope everyone is doing well. And my daughter, like I said, my daughter, she lives in Tacoma, and she is, they're kind of very close to Seattle, obviously, and they're kind of in ground zero. And she said, there are people that are panicking, but for the most part, they're trying to do their best out there. So people are trying to help each other, which is good. I think that's wonderful. I think if we help each other and help our neighbors out, we will find that, we are better off for it, better people for it in the end. I'm just happy spring's coming. That means warm weather and flowers and green again, and of course that also means allergies. But I'm okay. I'll deal with allergies if it means we get some sunshine again and no snow. As you guys know, I'm not a snow person. I don't like the cold. Pull it down a little bit. There we go. I have to trim the edge just a smidgen. I'm not too worried about it being over here all the way to the edge because I'm going to put some fabric over it. Okay. And my glue is just being all goobery because I haven't used it in a minute. And I know a lot of people, they're like, well, if I'm self-isolating, I'm going to be happy as a lark because I can just, I've got all this time I can craft now, which is awesome. I think that is just awesome. We can take that time to indulge ourselves a little bit. I'm trying to find where I marked that. I know, this is a weird, I can't find my pencil. I don't know if I told you guys that at the beginning of the video, but I can't, sorry, I can't find my pencil anywhere. And, so I am, I'm trying to do this with what I can and how I can. So I can find my pencil. I may have to just go downstairs and grab another out of my desk drawer. And I think I'm going to have to, I haven't used my glue in a week or two. In a week, actually. And so it's starting to get goobery. I'm going to have to thin it again. Thin it and fill the bottle because it's getting low. Yeah, it's funny because my dining room table, I did some spring cleaning and, I'm kind of going little by little, getting each room cleared out, get all the junk out of it, anything, going through old t-shirts and cutting them up for rags and all that good stuff because who knows, you might need them for something else later. and, hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? It might not be ideal, but you may have to. But, we, are, so, see, I lost my train of thought. Spring cleaning, so going through everything, and so I haven't, like I said, my whole dining room table is full of envelopes that I've soaked and got all the glue off of to get ready to avocado dye, and I've got them in stacks, and my son's just looking at them going, we're going to have to wait even longer to get our dining room table back. I'm like, He's like, okay, Mom, whatever you say. Okay. So, like I said, it's pretty simple. I'm just using, she does already, all this is already collaged, and so I hate to have to recollage it again, but I am going to trim it. Actually, I'm going to trim it with a trimmer. So I get a straight, nice straight edge here. Or try to get a straight edge. I just replaced that blade too on my trimmer. I think I need to get some aluminum foil and poke it so that we're good to go on that. Might be a little difficult on the top side because this trimmer isn't that long. Of course, I can pull my other one out if I need to, but and this may end up being a 2-videoer, but we'll see. Hopefully not so much. So sorry, am I pulling away from the camera? Okay, so I think I do want to, will this fit in this one? No. Okay. So I'm just going to have to cut along the top here. Yeah, I've been having headaches lately too, and I thought, oh, you know, and of course I'm dealing with allergies, and I'm spring cleaning, so that kicks up a lot of dust, and you know, you're doing that spring cleaning when you're getting above the door, you know, the door sills, and you know, just cleaning everything. And then you know how that goes. All right, so I think we're good with this. So let's see, where are we at? Well, at 30 minutes. Okay. All right. So what I was thinking is I got some leftover fabric from the last journal. I like that color. I'm thinking it would be pretty kind of there. So let me get me a piece here that is wide enough. All right, let's see. Ruffle that a little bit. Do the same thing on the other side. An inch over. You have to come in a little bit. Ugh. Okay. Frogs are going to town because we've had all this rain. And of course we have a lagoon for our sewage system out here. And okay, nice. Get with the program. Get with it. Get with it. Okay, we'll fix that. Look, we'll just cut it across, and then we'll pull some, and then ta-da! Lori's laughing her butt off right about now. But so you know, the frogs are all in heaven because we've got rain and the lagoon, and so of course the lagoon's not close to me. It's a ways down. It's probably half to 3/4 of a mile away, so no biggie. All right, let's see. And then we need it to be there we go. Because I kind of like how it did that, because it almost looks like it just continued the whole piece, although it didn't, but I like that. Okay, and then I want to use, I think I'm going to use tacky glue on this one so I don't get too much saturation on the fabric. If I can get it out of the bottle. Come on, there we go. I'm just going to just barely go over the edge, and then I will, once I get it placed, I'll tack it down the rest of the way. So I kind of want it a little even as I can get it. There we go. Bring it down a little bit. And then ugh. I don't know. I know Amy loves this glue for like her fabric and other stuff, but for me it's kind of thick, so it does come out sometimes kind of goopy. I don't want it. I don't like it that much. I will use it though. I mean, although it'll wet the fabric, it doesn't leave like the big blobby glue marks, you know. So, too bad. All right. So that is on there. All right, so what I want to do is trim that just a little bit. So it kind of look like it's a little bit even here. Maybe. If I can stop my hand shaking. I know some people shake because they get too much coffee. I sometimes shake when I don't get enough. Because yeah, coffee is another thing we're having problems finding. So, you know, I'm limiting what I have already, you know, taking it, you know, drinking it. So kind of rationing myself from it. It's probably not a bad idea either. I shouldn't drink that much coffee. A lot of caffeine. Okay, so we got that. All right, so that's kind of, it almost looks like a journal, right? So then what I want to do is, do I want 3 or 4 in here? Let's see. I will need to cut these down. But I like all 4 of them, and so I might just put all 4. Normally I would only do 3. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I think I will do 3, but I'm going to leave that green out because that green is kind of there. So we'll do 3. All right, let's set that aside. We'll work on these. Folder. All right, so I'm going to have to cut them down because this is 7.5. Let's see. All right. So let's go down to about, this is 8.5 tall. Let's just take it down an inch real quick and see what it looks like. See if that's enough. Let's take it down about another 1/4 inch. So instead of it being 7.5, it's going to be 7.25. That way it kind of fits inside there. Really nice there. There we go. Okay. So we want these 2 1.25 inches taken off as well. Where did I put my other little bits? They need to go into my scrappy bin. Okay, so, and then what we need to do is put vellum on it. Where are we sitting? Ow, 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 ow. Boy, it's just taking me a long time to do this. I don't know why. Okay, so I'm going to need 3 sheets of vellum. And let's see. I'm going to need, how wide is this? 5.5. So I cut this. I need to take about 1/4 inch off the end. And then that should fit in there. Take another 1/4 inch off. Because I don't want my little vellum pockets going all the way to the edge. Otherwise, when you're opening and closing and stuff, you want to have a decent. Okay, so instead of it being 5.5, it's let's see, 10.5. So 5 1/4. Should be the halfway mark. Let me make sure. I always get worried about sometimes these cutters, because sometimes I don't think the measurements are right, because, you know. 5 1/4, yep. Okay. Okay, so now what I want to do is make my pocket. I want a thicker pocket, so probably about, for my bigger things, I want, let's say, about a 2.5 inch. Pocket there. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then 2.5, and then probably a 2 inch. Actually, we could probably do another 2.5, 2.5. Let's see. 2.5. Yeah, so let's do another 2.5. And I keep my extra little strips just in case something rips or whatever. I have a replacement one. And then I think, let's see, we got 2.5, 2.5, and I think that's good. I think that's all I want to put in this one. Normally, if you were going to do a full page, you could do a 2.5, a 2, and an inch, so that you could have a smaller strip up here. But I think with this being a shorter one, I just want to put pouch here and pouch here. So my extras I will put over here for another project, because I'll probably make a couple more of these, I'm sure, since we're home. And then what I want to do is take my little circle punch. Grab it out real quick. That's the big one. I want the big one. It's 2.5. Where's my smaller one? Hold on a second. Let me find my punch. Okay, I found my 1.5 inch punch. And then what I'm going to do is take and punch just a small sliver, like, and I'm eyeballing it. You could probably fold it in half and get an exact, do like this. And kind of get like a gauge of where your half mark is here. And then just find it in your thing, and this gives you a little thumb portion, so when you put things in there, you can kind of pull it up and take things out as you need them. Okay. Goodness. I think I'm trying to rush because I'm worried about it. Trying to get it done in an hour. Don't know if I will. Okay, so, all right, we should have enough here for, and then all we're going to do is glue them on the insides. You could put them on the outside, but remember, if you do that, it makes them extremely thick as you start to fill. The outer portions, I would suggest maybe just like if you wanted to just put like one pocket or something for larger stuff, you could do that, which I might use some of the extra vellum to do. We'll see. So all I'm going to do is just glue 2 pieces on each side of the inside and the outside. On here. Try and get it somewhat centered. And I don't want it going too close to the edge in here because you don't want to, because it is a thinner signature and you only got the 3 and it is intended to hold things in there, you don't want to make it, because you might pull on the signature itself and you don't want to do that because then your signatures might fall out or rip out or whatever over time. So I'm going to try and get it. It's probably, I'm putting it about 1/8 of an inch from the edge, from the bottom and to the outer side here. And that leaves me room in here in the center. So, and then, so we're going to do a total of 4. And you can fill, I've got these pockets filled with, like if you have fussy cutting and, you know, for me, I was putting them in containers. Now I'm losing room because the container itself takes up a lot of room. So I thought shelf space is probably better. Shelf space is probably better for these kind of things. So and that's another thing that stinks is these baby wipes. You use them for crafting, but I don't feel right buying them now if you can even find them. I don't feel right buying them because they're limited to take away from, you know, a mother that really needs them for their kids. So not buying any of those. I may just have to wet paper towel or get a wash rag and mark it as my crafting rag or something and just bleach it out or wash it every day or something. I don't know. I think it'll be all right though. So I'm just trying to line that up with that other one so I still kind of got some space. And then we do that to all 3. So I'm going to pause so we've got, you know, some more time to try and sew them in and get some other stuff done on this. So I'm going to pause and come back after I get the rest of them glued. Okay, back guys, I am back. Haha, I found my pencil. Yay! So what I went ahead and did was I went ahead and marked where I'm going to put it, and my lines, I put in all of the little sleeves or the pockets, and then I took those extras I had and went ahead and made bigger ones on the outside. I said, what the heck, right? And then I went ahead and poked my holes to sew them in. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do one on camera to save time because we're kind of getting a little low on time here. And I'll sew in the remainder because I would like to fill them or I might just do another video to fill it, right? Or just fill it up and show it, because I think what I'm going to do is do a giveaway with it. So I'm going to use the biggest needle I have, because this is baker's twine. So I want to make sure that I poke an ample hole through that will not tear or do anything like that to the paper as much as possible. So I'm just doing a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So I'm going to start in the middle, and then I'm going to, I marked it, but I didn't poke my hole, so I'm going to poke it through the fabric. I don't need to, because it's not a heavy, thick signature. I'm just going to hold that. Then I'm going to come up through the top, which I should have probably poked my hole through, but actually I need to do that. I'm such a goofball. Give me a second, let me poke my holes real quick. Okay, now that I got my goofer doofer out of the way, I went ahead and poked the hole. So it's in through the middle, up through the top. 3-hole pamphlet stitch is very, very easy. Okay. Find my hole on my paper. All right, then down through the bottom, and in through the hole at the bottom, and then back up through the middle. That easy. It's pretty easy peasy. And for such a small little signature, this is fine to do. Try not to wrap. Oh, I got my, don't want my thread to wrap up if at all possible, because it will, you don't want it to get, you still want it tight, but you don't want to pull it so tight that it rips, because it is just one sheet signature, you know. But, and then I'm just going to slightly tug it. I'm not going to pull hard. Just want it a little bit tight. Okay, it doesn't have to be guitar string tight. And then I'm just going to tie it once, and then you can do twice if you want, which I will do. And then I'm just going to make a little bow in the center. That way, if somebody wants to hang something off there, they can. And kind of snip it even. And it's that easy. So let me put my second one in here. Put the yellow one in the middle. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll finish sewing in these, and then I'll do another video. I might decorate a little bit more on the outer cover. I'll do a video on that, and then I'll fill it full of some ephemera that I already have to do a giveaway with. All right. So once again, in through the center, make sure our page is right side up. In through the center. Oh goodness heaven, I don't know what your problem is today. Okay, through the top. Alright, that's enough. Oh, she's mad about something. I don't know what. Hear her? She's just having a fit. Alright, in through my bottom hole. And back in through the center, trying not to entangle my threads if at all possible. Okay. And pull this a little tight here. See if we can get that a little more even here. String. if not, you can leave the bow there, or you can take it out and snip them closer too if you want. Not a big deal. 1, 2, and 3. But it is important, though, when you do sewing signatures, that you try to get a big enough needle, obviously with a big eye, that you can poke through, but also that will accommodate, because typically when you sew in signatures, you're going to use either like an upholstery thread or baker's twine or even hemp, or even a waxed bookbinding thread. You want to use a needle that accommodates that thread. So, because otherwise, if you use a smaller needle and then you try to pull it through, you could snag or make your thread fray, and that weakens your thread, which then in turn weakens your the strength of the thread to hold your signature in. So keep that in mind when you're doing normal signatures too. All right, and through the top up. And you can do it either way. You don't have to go top, bottom, every way. Just if you struggle with trying to remember, I always do top, middle, top, bottom, but you can go middle, bottom, top. You can do whatever and however you so choose, because it is only a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So, all right, so let's pull this down a little bit so we can make this a little more even. A little bow, and there we go. All right, so we've got 3 in here ready to fill with ephemera. Okay, and then when I come back, I'll finish. I don't know if I want to decorate too much on it, because I would have to cover up her collage, and I like that. I don't know, I might put a little something back here, but I kind of like that open stitch back there that you can see it, but I do need to put some holes in there to do the closure, and then we'll fill it. So we'll do that in the next video, guys. Sorry it's been so long since I've made one. Hopefully I'll be able to get a little more regular again now that we're kind of all isolated. And I know everybody's trying to play catch up, and I apologize to any of my design team members if I haven't had a chance to look at your videos or anything lately. Like I said, I've been kind of busy trying to take care of some other stuff. But I will get to them, I promise. And until next time, guys, craft on, create on, and plenty of hugs, loves, and blessings. Mwah. Take care, guys.